Alaikum to all of you. Hope so all of you will be fine. So students, today we are going to talk about the objects. We are going to talk about objects. What are objects? My question is, what is object? So here's the definition. A thing on which work is done is called object. I told you previously in the tenses that object is a part of sentence on which the work is done or the action is done. The work means the action or the verb. The verb works on which thing is called the object. We use object in our sentences, but today I am going to tell you about some common objects we may use wrongly with verbs. You can't use any verb with any object. There are certain rules and specific verbs for specific objects. So today we are going to talk about these objects, which object can carry which verb. So let's start. First of all, you can see a cup of tea here, a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. These are things, liquid things. We use in Urdu पीना, हम चाय पीते हैं या हम coffee पीते हैं. But in English, you can't use drink with coffee or tea. You use take. What you use is take. You can't say I drink coffee or I drink tea. You always use I take tea or you take tea or I take coffee. I like to take coffee. You can't use verb drink with tea or coffee. So remember it. With what things you can use drink? Water, juices, cold drinks. With these kind of things, these kind of liquid things, we use the verb drink. Drink is used with the liquid things like juices, water, cold drinks, but not with coffee or tea. Next, our next verb you can identify from these things. Fruits, vegetables, junk food means any type of food. We use the verb eat. Which verb we use? Eat. Eat verb is used to show the food which we can eat. The food, not the food times the food. Next, here are a few driving things. Car, bike, trailer or truck or bus. Which verb we can use with these things? We use a verb ride. We use a verb ride. But if you are sitting on the not on the passenger seat but in the driving seat, we use the verb drive. We use the verb drive. I drive a car. I drive a bike. You drive a trailer. You drive a bus. But if we have the verb, the thing, aeroplane, what verb we will use? Can we use drive here? No. We use fly here. We use fly here. We can't say I drive an aeroplane or you drive an aeroplane or we drive a helicopter. No. We use fly with this verb, this object, because airplane cannot be driven. The next, I taught you that we use eat with any kind of food or meal. But if we use the meal timings just like breakfast, lunch or dinner, we can't use eat. I eat my breakfast. No. I eat my lunch. I eat my dinner. You can't use eat with the timings of food. We use have with it. I have my breakfast at 7 o'clock, or I have my lunch at school. I have my dinner with my friends. You can't use word eat with these things. The next, walk. The next is about a verb walk. We use walk when we move in a pace, in a normal pace where our body have not to be work hard. There we use walk. But when we use run verb, where our body goes in a regular motion with more speed. So I think you are clear with these things. You have to identify the nouns and objects and verbs where you can use which verb or which object can carry the verb, specific verbs. So remember these things and make your sentence according to these things and do your homework carefully. Allah Hafiz.